Subject number 1, Melissa Lascade, French passport, born in Algeria, at present resident in Paris.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Qu'est-ce que vous voulez? Vous allez me foutre le camp, oui?
I want to talk to you.
Okay. Talk.
I need your help.
Well, you see, I'm going out to dinner, and I'm late, so please go away.
I could simply arrest you. 1 LL 707 hijacked in July, 3 people killed. A rather messy affair in Frankfurt 6 weeks later. Moshe Altman assassinated in Madrid.
There is no evidence in the world that I was involved in any of those events.
But you were. And as for evidence, I can invent that. Very good at it. And if you have the least idea in your tiny little head, might save a lot of trouble if you realized that you and I were two of a kind. Can I sit down? I'll start again. I need your help.
What for?
Well, that depends on a lot of factors.
And what's in it for me?
Well, since none of you are interested in money, only revolution, I suggest the release of the Zarim brothers and fired Heifetz.
No, we're not two of a kind. I never make promises I can't fulfill.
You'd get a telephone call from Fowd to tell you that he and the others were free. There are code words you use between yourselves to prove that he was telling the truth.
Are there?
That's the deal, my dear. Take it or leave it.
Do I have any option?
Subject number 2, Scott Elliott Allison, American, journalist, living in New York City.
Pete! Hey, fellas, come on, move it!
Did you get it?
Did I? It's fantastic. I can't wait to get this one out.
You're not writing it, I am.
The hell you are.
You're going to Europe tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Says who?
Horseface, and he wants to see you right now.
Edgar?
Yes, sir, Edgar J. Van Allen himself, under orders.
No kidding. I didn't think he took orders from anybody.
Try Washington.
Mr. Allison? That's me. Good. Mr. Curtis?
Never heard of it.
It doesn't matter. Thank you for coming.
Wasn't my choice. I was told to come.
I hope it was some use to you.
What do you want from me?
What do you say in your profession? Today's headlines are tomorrow's history, something like that. Or did you say that, in fact?
Well, now, that's very flattering.
Not at all. I read a lot of your work. It's very good.
Thank you. Look, if this is how you guys put the finger on somebody, it's all very civilized, but would you mind getting to the point?
Yeah, 2 words. Alexander Diakim.
What about him?
An idol of your student days, I believe. Must have been rather thrilling to be a member of that family. What do you call it, part of that group?
That was a long time ago.
Well, there you are. I shouldn't have thought time had anything to do with a man who'd saved one's life.
Oh, I see. First flattery, then moral blackmail.
Oh, dear, those are very tiresome words, really.
Now I suppose you're going to offer me the biggest exclusive story in the world, and I'm hooked, right?
I do hope so. He's going back.
What? Jesus Christ. Why now?
Subject number 3. François-Diderot, aged 8, lives with his family at Saint Paul de Vienne in France.
Par ici, madame.
Bien. Prenez place, madame.
Subject number 4, Charles Lord, personal secretary to Sir Guy Rossington at the Foreign Office in London.
Jesus! What the... Get the bloody hell out of here!
All right, Williams, thank you. Take him out, Russ. Here, Broderick.
Who the fucking hell are you? Ridiculous bloody performance.
Yes, it is, isn't it? But we have to use the methods at hand. Who are you calling?
My boss, then MI5. Who else?
Mr. Lord. Mr. Lord, why don't you think?
People don't get fired for this kind of thing anymore. Have you never heard of the term consenting adults? God in heaven, half the jobs in the government would be vacant.
Yes, but you've not been exactly careful, have you? Or particular? Hmm? Rough trade, I think that's the term. All of them undesirable contacts from the point of view of the Foreign Office.
Hello?
You can do what you like, where you like.
Hello?
But you mustn't frighten the horses.
Who's calling?
That lot would have frightened the shit out of them.
Hello? Who's there? Hello?
Christ.
There's something the establishment doesn't awfully care for. Picking up the pieces.
You're quite a bastard, aren't you? Well, there's some kind of deal, obviously. What do you want?
You give me a little help, and all those, and this is forgotten.
Do tell me. I'm absolutely fascinated. How does a nice, clean, upstanding copper like you get to know a pretty little piece of bait like young Cliff? Personal research, as it were?
I'll be in touch. Right?
The fifth and last subject, Katina Petersen, American citizen by marriage, now living and working in Italy.
Would you please get back to the paint people? Subito. Oh, are you the carpet man?
No.
Carlo! If you see anybody who looks like a carpet man downstairs, will you please send him up? Yes, what can I do for you?
Alexander Diakim. I understand you know him.
Who are you? Yes, I suppose you could say I know him. I lived with him for 4 years.
He's in great danger. He needs help. I want you to talk to him, will you?
Talk to him. He wouldn't listen. He never did.
He's going back.
Back? God, he must be mad. They'll put him in prison for life. They'll kill him.
I did tell you he is in danger.
Oh, God, how can a man so clever be such a damn fool?
You never wanted him to leave in the first place, did you?
Of course not. Christ, he should have stayed there and fought them all the way. At least that's what I thought. Oh, Alex. How is it, that you knew that I didn't want him to go back? And what else do you know?
Nothing much. Except that he was the only man you really ever loved. And if he goes back and gets killed, and you don't help me to help him, I hate to use a cliche, but I don't think you'd find it possible to face yourself again, would you?
You're a devious man.
No, not really.
Oh, yes, really. All right.
And Alexander Diakim.
Did we check again with political?
Oh, yes, yes. They've gone through every normal diplomatic channel to try and make him see sense, but no good. He's going back.
So we're locked into this thing now, right?
I'm afraid so, yes.
You have arranged final insurance, I assume?
Yes, sir. And in certain circumstances, all 5 subjects can be considered expendable.
Excellent.
And now I have some rather interesting old photographs. This is the only picture in existence at the actual moment when Diakim did, in fact, save the life of Scott Allison. This is Diakim here. This is Scott Allison you see here. This is the moment when the bullet actually went through his left shoulder. It would have gone through the boy's head. Here is Katina Petersen. You can't really see her. She's covered up with people. Katina Petersen, when she was married to the millionaire Howard Petersen. She gave it all up when she fell in love with Diakim. She's rather a strong-willed woman. Now, intelligence reports say that he, Diakim, will move on February the 25th. 2 days before then, I shall assemble the 5 subjects at a small town called Gmunden in Upper Austria.
Don't tell me I have to bunk up with you.
It is as yet impossible to say when he intends to make his bid. His followers in the capital have not yet completed plans for the arrival. Communist opposition to Diakim is strong and may lead to violence.
Your call to Wiltshire, sir.
Control to Curtis. 56/3A ends.
You're all right. Is she on the line?
Yes.
Margaret?
Yes, darling?
Darling, I'm sorry. I called you earlier, but you were out. Now I'm a bit pushed.
Oh, sorry. I took Liz up onto the downs to try out that new saddle.
How is my fat child?
Oh, you are foul. She's got a bit of a cold.
How's the saddle?
Fine. Are your common market people behaving? You sound weary.
Yeah, I'm weary but well. James?
He wants to get engaged to Alice Mannering. Now, don't go off the deep end. I've got a splendid idea. Say yes.
Oh, God, to Alice. Darling, I told him to wait till he was 20.
Say yes, but only if he goes on studying law and gives up his plan of joining you as a gentleman farmer.
All right. You are a wise old thing.
I don't much care for the old bit.
Well, wise. And I love you.
I love you. Miss you.
I miss you. Home soon.
Promise?
Well, soonish.
And please make the farmers of Europe bring down their prices.
Yes, I will. God bless you. I love you.
Okay.
CIA intelligence reports that Diakim left Geneva by car at 0650 today. Then took a plane to Vienna. Arrived 10:30. His estimated time of arrival, Schloss Hohenberg, 13:45 your time. Security arrangements, as we understand them, are virtually non-existent. Though it is possible that Diakim will be personally well guarded and will not move without cover. His own intelligence organization is efficient. It's possible that he will obtain certain information from inside his country before we do. His staff numbers 13 in all. Some old friends, some young men and women who have been organizing support for his campaign. All are potentially dangerous.
He had a kind of magic about him, an electricity. People either love him or they fear him, but no one's ever indifferent. I still can't believe I'm going to see him.
That's why I needed you, because he'll listen to you.
If he's made up his mind, he won't listen to anybody.
Oh, he's made up his mind. He's very unsure.
Unsure? Bullshit.
No, he's frightened if he goes back now, he'll do more harm than good.
But why don't you want him to go back?
But we do want him to go back. We do. At the right time. But we're behind him all the way. We always have been. He's a very valuable man.
More than valuable. He's an inspiration to the people.
Alive, Mr. Allison. Alive. You know, one day he will go back, and he'll win. And you could be responsible for that. Not because you stopped him going back now.
Scott Allison.
Don't see him. Don't see him, Alex. It's dangerous.
Bring him here.
Alex.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll continue later. Scott.
Hello, Alex. It's great to see you.
My dear friend. This is extraordinary.
You look fantastic.
Thank you. Come in.
You know, I've thought of you and Katina so many times. How have you been?
All right, thank you. A drink?
Thank you. It's Costa, isn't it?
Here we are. I stay. Thank you. As you can see, my boys are upset. For months, they prepare this place for me in secret, and a few hours after I arrive, the press walks in.
Alex, you know I would never print anything until you gave me the go-ahead.
Have a seat.
And anyway, that's not the main reason I'm here.
So what's the main reason, and how did you know where to find me?
I was approached by a man called Curtis, who's connected with something called the Western Intelligence Liaison.
Why did they approach you?
They wanted someone you trusted from the past to talk to you.
What for?
They want me to warn you. Alex, your government's never going to let you get back alive. You're either going to be shot under cover of some phony riot, or they'll hijack your plane to God knows where.
My friend, you're not telling me anything I don't already know.
And you still plan to go back?
This Western Intelligence Liaison. There is no such organization.
I'm telling you, there is. It was a new one on me, too. But
Scott,
I talked with this guy, Curtis.
Scott, don't pretend to me. It isn't worthy of our relationship. I know you are a member of the CIA.
But I'm not with the CIA. Jesus, where did you ever get the idea that I was involved with the CIA?
You always were.
When I was a student? That's crazy.
They use many students. It was the students who helped me escape last time.
Alex, this is a lot of crap, and you know it.
Why do you think I agreed to see you?
I thought because of the past. Because of all the things we've gone through together.
The past doesn't exist. Only now exists. I understand what you've been told to say. Your people helped me then.
My people?
They were on my side then. But they are not on my side now. I am more alone than I thought I was.
You planted all that CIA crap, didn't you? You want him to believe he doesn't have their support.
He doesn't. But I thought it was better coming from a friend. Somebody trusted. Or thought he did. Mr. Allison. Vienna, New York. Open. I believe there's a flight tonight.
Served my purpose, right? I don't know if I'm ready to go home yet. I might stick around and get that story you promised me.
I can't stop you. The taxpayer's footing the bill. Mr. Brewer, take charge of that one. Just tell Brewer when you're ready.
Thank you. Think I might go back there and clear some things up for you.
Who'd listen? You're CIA, remember?
Friend's quite an operator.
Never misses a trick.
Beautiful day. Think I'll have a look around.